everyone, my name is Rafal and I would like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. I've been neglecting my channel for over a month, but I'm back and I would like to promise you I'll do my best to produce more videos and share with you guys my experiences shooting headshots and portraits. And today I would like to do a quick video and talk a little bit about what we can do when our clients are wearing glasses for headshot session. And sometimes this could be very frustrating, especially when we get some big glare on their lenses and we have to somehow overcome to make those images look good. And I'm just gonna basically talk a little bit what we can do in order to make this work. There is several options which we can go through. I'm gonna share with you guys all of them. I'm hoping that there might be some other stuff, but we'll talk about this at the very end. So before we jump into the subject, I just want to say a couple of things before we actually just get into those actual solutions to actually avoid reflection on our clients' lenses. So first of all, there's many different types of lenses, and some of them they have this is called anti-glare coat, which just kills all the reflection. And I have many clients who had that anti-glare coat on their lenses, and honestly I was just blown away that I just didn't get any reflection, and that was just easy peasy photo shoot. I could do whatever I wanted, and for some reason the reflection wasn't there. So before we start panicking, I think it's good to ask your clients what type of lenses they have and if they have this anti-glare coat. On the flip side, sometimes it could be very bad and we might get a lot of very harsh reflections, and then we have to do something about it to make this work. So first solution is, I would say, one of the obvious one. We can ask the client if they would be okay shooting without the glasses. And if we, I would say, explain them properly what's going on and what kind of challenges we are dealing with, I have to say that a lot of them, they're gonna say, okay, we can shoot without the glasses. On the other side, sometimes their clients, basically the glasses are part of their appearance and that's how people know them, and they might have really hard time to say no. If you sense that, I always I'm not trying to kind of force them not to wear the glasses, because if you can see it that they're frustrated and they really want to have glasses on their headshot images, we have to respect that and we have to, I would say, do something about it to make this work. So if the client will say, okay, I really need those images with the glasses, what is the next step, what we can do? So the next step is we have to somehow find, I call it like a sweet spot where there's no reflection on the glasses. And the biggest challenge what I found throughout my experiences is the reflector. So for the most time, whenever I'm shooting with the glasses and there's some big reflections, we have to remove the reflector or put it a little bit lower to avoid the reflection. On the top of that, we have to play with different angles. I always also try to move my soft boxes away just to avoid the reflection, and we have to kind of find, as I said, the sweet spot. Sometimes it's gonna be very frustrating and it's gonna be very time consuming, because we need to, I would say, play with the lights and with the angles of the client to kind of find a sweet spot. And then on the top of that, when we get there, we don't have much room to move around, and especially when we're trying to do different poses, different face expressions, different angles, that might be something which we're gonna be a little bit limited. But that's, I would say, the only option what we have. If we can find this sweet spot where we can actually find this specific angle where there's no reflection, we can try to do different things. But that's probably something which, as I said, it's gonna be really hard, and it's gonna, I would say, be a little bit challenging for the client and for you. Not to mention, we have to constantly, I have to say, monitor what is happening, because if we kind of get into the zone where we're not paying attention and then we're gonna have, let's say, 100 images with this massive reflection on the glasses, it's gonna be really, really hard. The next thing what we can do, and this is something what I found sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, we can use a polarizer filter. The one thing what I have to mention about it, they're not cheap. They're quite expensive. If you're looking to spend at least about $100. For the better ones, the price goes up to $200 even more dollars. So you have to be prepared for some big dollars you have to spend, but that also sometimes works. I found through my experiences that this polarizer filters, they minimize the reflections, they not kill it 100%, so you also have to be prepared a little bit. But it's another option which we can use and see how those images look a little bit better. Again, everything comes down to and depends on type of lenses and how harsh is the reflection of the lenses. But that's, again, something where we can try, and as I said, sometimes work really, really well for me, and sometimes just didn't work much. So this is kind of hit and miss, I would say, solution, but it's good to have something like this in the pocket, just so we have some kind of option which we can make this work somehow. And the next, I would say, option, it's something what I don't recommend it, but I've had situation where that worked. You can ask the client if those lenses are removable. And I had few clients where they have this type of glasses which was really, really easy to remove lenses, and then we could just shoot with the frames only. And that also worked really, really well. The problem is that you don't really want to force the client if they're not sure if this is going to work or not, and you don't want to also kind of like do things which could just kind of for some reason break those glasses, because we really don't want to take any responsibility if something happens like this. And I would feel really, really bad if the client would try to do something which would just kind of destroy their glasses. So if the client is not sure, you can ask. If they're not sure, just kind of step away from it, because this is not gonna work, and we don't want to get into some additional trouble destroying or breaking the glasses. But again, I had few clients which they could really, really easy remove the lenses, and we've done the shoot with the frames only, and work really, really well. And the last solution, and that's something which I think helps big time, and there's a lot of options and a lot of things. We can remove the reflection of the lenses through retouching and editing process. So in Photoshop or whatever software you guys using, there are several different techniques to remove reflection of the lenses. And I will link below some of those retouchers who, I would say, create those specific videos how to do that. There is many different things what we can do. There's a lot of different techniques which we use, but at the same time we have to be prepared that takes a little bit of skill and also is time consuming. So if we have a big photo shoot where there's tons of images to go through and we have to retouch a lot, that might add to your retouching time quite a bit of time, because as I said, depends on the type of the reflection, how harsh it is, how strong, where it is. That might be sometimes challenging. So if you have certain techniques and you know, let's say, from which areas it's really easy to remove, and you do this after, those techniques, they can be very useful, and then we can kind of get some amazing results. But again, takes the skill, takes a little bit of time, and we need to be prepared to be a little bit frustrated to kind of work this out and then make sure this is gonna look good. So it's something that I found sometimes it's gonna work, sometimes it's not gonna work. But summarizing this, we need to inform our client what we're gonna be dealing with and what the challenges are. So those are the techniques I've been using for many years. And again, each client is different, each pair of glasses is different, and we need to kind of have those different options and different solutions to deal with this. But at the same time, I think the most important part is just to kind of find something which will work, and we're going to be able to produce some good headshots. So if there's anything else you guys would like to add to this video, please send me a message or just put some information down in the descriptions. I would love to hear how you guys deal with that problem and with that challenge. I know each photographer kind of have different ways of dealing with this, but I hope this video gave you some kind of foundation what we can do with this, I would say, challenge. But again, if there's anything else, I would love to hear from you guys. So I hope this video was interesting. I would like to say thank you for watching, and stay tuned, and I'll chat with you guys very soon. Bye bye.